I'm going to show you how to find these sellers and how to identify a motivated subject to deal lead. The way you're able to find these deals is it is all public record if you are just searching. Pre-foreclosures are one of the best ways to go out there and lock up these deals via subject to. And the reason why is somebody that is behind on their mortgage is obviously falling behind because they have a problem. Now, you have the solution. If they're behind on their mortgage, it's probably because they cannot afford it. So this is an opportunity for you to work pre-foreclosures in whatever market you are trying to do. I would recommend start in your backyard. The way you do it is go to your county, look up pre-foreclosures. All of this is public record. Now, whether you're door knocking, whether you're cold calling them, whether you skip trace them and call them up and let them know, hey, listen, I have a solution. I want to buy your house and I can help you. Or you go out there and you door knock and let them know that you have a solution. This is a great way to generate subject to deals. Pre-foreclosures are somebody that has a problem and they need your help. But it's selfish of you if you are not working these leads. Another way to generate pre-foreclosures is you can actually go out and build a relationship with your local title company. Most title companies have access to the pre-foreclosure list prior to the auction. So you have to understand that if you don't help these people, their house is going to get sold in auction and time is of the essence. So what I would do is call up the local title company, let them know that you are an active investor and that you wanted to see if there is an escrow agent that you could get in contact with because you have some questions. Now, if you're able to build a relationship with an escrow agent and let them know, look, you're looking to do your first deal and you wanted to see if they could help you with a pre-foreclosure list, they will get you a pre-foreclosure list. And from there, you know all the foreclosures that are happening in your area. However, relationship is number one key to doing deals. Another opportunity for you to go out there and identify subject to deals are expired listings. An expired listing is a listing that did not sell on the market when they hired their agent. Typically, these listings last anywhere between 6 months to 12 months. So if it's expired, that means that person's house did not sell on the market. Obviously, the seller has a problem. The problem is they are trying to sell their house and it hasn't sold. So this is your opportunity to pull a list of expired listings. Now, if you are building relationships with a real estate agent, now a real estate agent has access to the MLS, the multiple listing service. This is where all agents sell their deals. Now, if you're able to build a relationship with a real estate agent, I would call up that agent and ask him, hey, listen, can you help me out? And can you pull a list of expired listings that happened in the last 30 days, 60 days, 90 days? I'm trying to work these leads. And obviously it's a value for value. So what you can offer that agent is in the future when you need to list a house on the market, you would utilize that agent to be your agent. This is why relationships are so important. Another way to generate expired listings is what we use is where we're able to pull data is we use PropStream. However, I know Batch Leads also has access to this information. So PropStream and Batch Leads, you can download and you could go on there and you could sign up for their monthly subscriptions. It's very, very useful. However, if you're starting off with $0, I would go out there and build relationships before signing up with any of these platforms. But if you already got some momentum, go sign up for the platform, pull the list, and you'll be able to find out all the expired listings. I would cold call these listings, or I would even potentially door knock these listings if you are working deals in your backyard. Now, another way to generate motivated sellers and how to work these sellers are out-of-state owners. Understand that if somebody lives out of state, there is a chance that they are struggling with their tenants, or there is a chance that they don't even want to own the property no more. So you could pull a list of out-of-state owners that will then create and generate leads that are potentially subject to deals. The biggest thing though is you have to take the massive action, and most importantly, you need to have the conversation. So if you are struggling with analysis paralysis, what I would recommend you do is stop watching this video and go out there and start pulling these lists, start working these lists, or start door knocking. Just start taking the massive actions, having the conversations, and making it happen. Nobody's gonna put in the work for you. Now, once you find these motivated leads, you want to qualify the lead. The first way to qualify the lead is the equity position. Now, great subject to deals are properties that have little equity, and the reason why is if they try to sell it on the market, they are probably going to be losing. But you want to identify how much equity is in the deal, and if there is little to no equity, these are perfect opportunities for you to take over the mortgage. Obviously, if it's a great interest rate and you can do something with the property. Now, what I mean by that is if you could put a tenant in the house that is going to cover the debt. Now, there's so many different ways out there that people do Airbnb, they do co-living, they do where they rent the house per month, they do assisted living. I always underwrite my deals that something for sure always going to work by a normal rental, because your Airbnb rental might not reflect as a normal rental. So you want to make sure that you underwrite your deal correctly. For me, what I do is make sure that a normal rental long-term tenant will be able to sustain the mortgage. The next thing is you want to identify the mortgage status. If you're working a foreclosure, you want to identify how much they're behind, how much it's going to cost to reinstate the loan, and what is the mortgage status. What is the amount that they're behind? How much money do they need to catch up that mortgage is so important, because that's money that we're going to need to do before being able to close on the property. That's money that we need to close the property. So we want to identify the mortgage status, and then we want to identify the seller's motivation. What is their why? Are they going through a divorce? Are they leaving out of town? Did they lose a job? Understand that as soon as you start asking the right questions, the seller is going to tell you everything that you need to structure the deal. But it is up to you, once again, to ask the right questions. Finding and qualifying subject to deals is not rocket science. It is very simple as long as you are asking the right questions. You can start building your pipeline today if you start taking the action that eventually is going to allow you to start building your real estate portfolio. Remember, you cannot fail if you don't quit. Lean into the uncomfortness and start taking action. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, and follow along in this series as I'm going to be teaching you more about subject to deals.